At 29, Amanda had done everything right. Married at 24. Homeowner at 26. Head teller at a renowned bank in Kenya by 28. But right now, sitting in her living room in Nyali, Mombasa, she was learning a new lesson from a 15-second video: you can leave a good man for no good reason, and the internet will call you brave. Brian was not a complicated man. He worked as a logistics officer at the port. He liked grilled tilapia on Fridays. He called his mother every Sunday. He had never once forgotten to buy cooking oil when the bottle ran low. By all measurable standards, he was a husband women in her mother's generation would have thanked God for. But Amanda had stopped measuring by her mother's standards. She measured by the Explore page. And the Explore page told her that love should feel like a fireworks display, not a steady lamp. The algorithm learned her faster than Brian ever could. Within 3 weeks, her feed was a museum of other people's exits. If he wanted to, he would. You're not asking for too much, you're asking the wrong person. The body keeps score. She didn't even know what that last one meant, but it sounded deep. So she reposted it. One Tuesday evening, Brian brought her a cup of ginger tea, her favorite, and sat next to her. She flinched when he touched her shoulder. He pulled his hand back slowly, like a man who had just touched a hot stove. He didn't ask why. That silence became the wallpaper of their marriage. Amanda had begun to resent him for not being angry. If he yelled, she could leave. If he cheated, she could post about it. But he just stayed. Kind. Boring. Present. And somehow, that felt like the cruelest prison. Lisa had divorced her husband of 2 years after she found him liking another woman's photos. The disrespect started online, Lisa said, biting into a samosa. Faith had never married. Why would I settle when I can have peace, she said, showing Amanda a photo of her new studio apartment in Kilifi. They asked about Brian. Amanda said, he's fine. Lisa laughed. Fine is a coffin, my love. Faith nodded. If he's not growing, he's blocking. Amanda smiled weakly. She didn't tell them that Brian had planted 30 moringa trees behind their house. She didn't tell them that he learned to braid her hair during lockdown. Those details felt too small for this table. So she said nothing. Instead, she went home and scrolled again. A new video: if you're bored in your relationship, it's because you've outgrown it. She liked it. Then she unliked it. Then she liked it again. She said, Brian, I feel like we're roommates. He didn't react. He just nodded. Okay, he said. What would you like to change? She had expected defensiveness. She had prepared for a fight. Instead, he asked a question she hadn't rehearsed for. She wanted to say, I want you to surprise me. I want you to post me. I want you to look like the men on my phone. But instead, she said, I don't know. Brian reached across the bougainvillea and held her hand. Then we'll figure it out together, he said. His palm was warm. She pulled away gently. Not because she wanted to. But because her phone had just buzzed with a notification: your weekly screen time is up 18%. She sat on a rock and watched the old fisherman. He worked slowly, threading each hole with patience. No music. No audience. No hashtag. After 20 minutes, he noticed her. You cannot sleep? He asked in a tired voice. She shook her head. He smiled. When my wife died, I could not sleep for 2 years. Now I fish at night. It is better than crying. Amanda asked, were you happy with her? The old man laughed, a dry, kind sound. Happiness is a visitor, child. It comes and goes. But peace? Peace is the house you build. Social media sells you happiness every second. But nobody posts peace. Peace does not sell ads. She looked at her phone. 47 unread notifications. She turned it off. Not dramatically. Just, off. The screen went black. And for the first time in months, she heard the ocean without a caption. He didn't ask where she had been. He simply said, "I saved you dinner. It's in the microwave." She sat next to him, really next to him, not at the far end of the sofa. She leaned her head on his shoulder. He smelled like soap and yesterday's cologne. Not exciting. Just, real. "I've been watching Bad Advice," she said quietly. Brian turned off the TV. "I know," he said. "You've been gone for months. Even when you were sitting right here." She started to cry. Not the pretty kind. The ugly kind with sniffling and wet cheeks. He didn't shush her. He just handed her a napkin from the coffee table. She said, "I almost left you because a stranger on the internet told me I deserved more." Brian was quiet for a long time. Then he said, "You do deserve more. But maybe more isn't another man. Maybe more is us remembering who we are without an audience." She did not divorce Brian. She deleted 3 apps and took a 30-day break from the algorithm. In the silence, she rediscovered something the Explore page had buried: love is not a highlight reel. It is the person who waits for you at 3 a.m. without demanding an explanation. It is the mango you cut together. It is the morning you decide to stay, not because you have to, but because you finally see what was always there. Colossians 3 verses 12 to 14, New International Version. Therefore, as God's chosen people, holy and dearly loved, clothe yourselves with compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience. Bear with each other and forgive one another if any of you has a grievance against someone. Forgive as the Lord forgave you. And over all these virtues put on love, which binds them all together in perfect unity. Like, share, and subscribe for more touching stories. And here, we don't chase algorithms. We chase truth. See you in the next one.